Oh man, it don't look too well for Tiffany Henyard. It don't look too well for this mayor. She might go down as one of the most corrupt mayors in America. Let's get to the bottom of this.
This is wonderful news. We've been waiting on this for some time, and now finally, someone has heard us.
Jubilation in South Suburban Dolton after federal agents serve a pair of subpoenas on Village Hall, part of what appears to be a blossoming corruption investigation into Dolton's mayor, Tiffany Henyard.
Today, Fox 32 obtained copies of those two subpoenas, which offer something of a roadmap to that federal investigation. Our Dane Placco has more.
Subpoenas. Would you like to look at them?
Absolutely.
We showed Dolton trustee Tammy Brown the subpoenas that were delivered by 4 FBI agents at Dolton Village Hall Friday afternoon. Directed to the Village of Dolton's custodian of records, they're headlined Subpoena to Testify Before a Grand Jury. And that's significant because it's our first official confirmation that a federal grand jury has been impaneled to investigate allegations of rampant corruption in Dolton. In fact, the subpoena discloses they began meeting in November of last year.
Oh my God. Someone has heard our cry. Finally, someone has heard the residents of Dolton, and they're actually going to do something about it now.
One of the subpoenas asks for personnel and disciplinary files for 29 Dolton employees. Trustee Brown reviewed the list of names and told us they all have one thing in common.
All of these people are loyal to the mayor. Every last one of them are loyal to the mayor.
Ask you a couple questions. The other subpoena asks for information about Village Administrator Keith Freeman, Mayor Henyard's top deputy, who you may remember tried to block us from talking to the mayor when we did a story about her police security detail last year.
Mayor, why do you need so many officers detailed for your security?
The subpoena focusing on Freeman asks for payments, tax records, and any contracts given to a list of companies, some of which are associated with Freeman according to a search of LLC records.
It would be my somewhat educated guess that there have been allegations raised by third parties that those...
Tiffany Henyard using the American taxpayer dollars to fund her lifestyle. Oh man. Not only that, finessing the city out of money. Then filing for bankruptcy so you don't got to pay your creditors / your debtors. It don't look too well for you. It don't look too well for you. Then you over here reporting unstated income for over $100,000. Nah. Then you're running sham businesses. Sham businesses. Businesses that don't even exist. That ain't making no money. Just making these fake LLCs and sending the county invoices. That's a scam. You a scammer, Tiffany. And scammers don't do too well in prison. You're going down as the #1 American corrupted mayor ever the world has ever seen or known.
Businesses, or at least some of them, were sham businesses. They didn't really exist. They provided no legitimate services.
Sham businesses.
And he was submitting phony invoices to the village, which were being paid.
Look at that. Making these fake LLCs and sham businesses and sending fake invoices. Like I said, scheming, frauding, and deceiving the citizens of Dolton. And then the citizens of Dolton wondering, hey man, why this ain't getting built? Why that ain't getting built? What's going on with the money? Well, I'll tell you what's going on. Your mayor is funding her lifestyle. Big parties, private jets, big houses, private security task force, 24/7. You know how that go. You know how these fraudsters like to live it up.
Former FBI agent Ross Rice says even though the subpoenas require Dolton to turn over the records to the grand jury on May 13th, it's likely the investigation is nowhere near wrapping up.
You have 2 separate subpoenas for 2 different types of records. And that means it's a what I would call a multifaceted or a multi-pronged investigation.
Last week, Freeman was charged with bankruptcy fraud for allegedly underreporting his income at Dolton and Thornton Township by about $100,000.
Look at that. Look at that. Lying. Ooh, you don't lie to the IRS. Oh no. Unstated reported income of $100,000. Y'all all going down. All her lawyer fanatics, y'all going down too, because y'all scamming and stealing the poor old citizens' money too. May the FBI convict and sentence real soon.
Trustees who've been battling Henyard say after seeing Freeman all over the federal subpoenas, it's time for him to go.
Termination, not suspension, pending investigation. The investigation is ongoing. Termination.
You heard that? We want termination. We don't want suspension. It's crazy that we vote these politics in office, and you thinking the politic is gonna take care of the people. You know, the same people that take care of the politicians. Because without the people, the politicians don't exist. So they need the people. And it's crazy that the people entrust the politicians to do right with their taxpayer dollars. And then you have these rogue, corrupted officials that get placed into power. And the power get a little bit to their head. You know, once they get a little taste of power, the power start corrupting their head. And then they thinking they're unstoppable and invincible and they can do whatever they want. And the same old people that put these crooked politicians into office always suffers at the end. Always suffer. She stole the citizens of Dolton, taxpaying dollars, like I said, to fund her lifestyle. Who do that? That's a good old fraudster, shammer, schemer, deceiver. And she was using Medusa-style tactics on y'all hardworking folks and taking y'all money. Yeah, Medusa-style tactics, you know, the deceiving and the lies. Oh, this is what I'm gonna do for Dolton. This is gonna be built. That's gonna happen. None of that happened. The only thing that happened is the good old parties, the good old increase in lifestyle, and the good old private security force. That's what happened with y'all taxpayer dollars. And y'all trusted this woman to do the right thing. And then turn around, she did a U-turn, power got to her mind, and she did the wrong thing. Fraud and deceiving. We need to start holding these politicians more responsible. And these corrupted mayors, they got to go. For good. Forever. If that's what it takes. Let America citizens know we ain't dealing with no more sham/fraudster, mayor, president, governor, whatever. We ain't dealing with none of that no more. I thank y'all for tuning in and watching, but Tiffany here and I gotta go. I love y'all. See you guys on the next episode. Deuces and salute.